So person we nsem training and as when ni media adwuma no nko aho ade a na me kan for citizen media college na de ama e ba journalism side da TV presentation, radio presentation, newscasting, disc joking, marketing, media law and ethics, for video editing, graphic design, 3D animation, graphic motion, camera handling and afa MCR. Citizen media college e Accra Tabora alaji ehwa na yechira akwan wo enti awfo say your banada ye sonkwa so so ye nsem training anas na ni media adwuma no ho nko ade a tutumika na fa ne bra Citizen Media College number na echegu wo screen no so sa no frɛ number no Citizen Media College we
Shaba, ebese wonjase. Seka se dum shaba, ebe no mo se debi. Dum so, dum shabo. Seka se dum shaba, ebese wonjase. Dum shaba, seka se dum shaba, ebe no mo se debi. Dia dum so really, every say aze. Adisemu rehawa maima Nansuanoba Dum so Dum swabo Seka se dum swaba Ebise wancha se dum swaba Seka se dum swaba Ebinomo se deni Dia dum so really Every say aze Adisemu rehawa maima Dum so Dum swabo Seka se dum swaba Ebise wancha se dum swaba Seka se dum swaba Ebinomo se deni
We are mad this year. This is NDC 360. Me mo bibia wo hwe sa dwumadi anwumre efre chichi ne benche adwo me mo bia kwaba eba NDC 360. They said ye kan chim na watwe atwa mi. We adwumadi sonko kra NDC amanyoko ya hyehye. Si ye de bodawuro afa ne pa ne hyehye pa. Ye wura John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder owoma omai Ghana. Haso ena no krensem a efa amamwo bone a ekoso wo ye my Ghana mu a ede ahokyera ba omani mu no ye yi ni maako te se akyekede nante se ne be ya akoda kra ebetiase. This is the second edition. Your first edition no, we had Honorable Eric Opoku on set and we spoke to you on NDC and youth segment about the 24-hour economy. On the Moment of Truth editorial segment, so yenimu di nkomo fa the ghost non-existent Pualugu Damwa, Yoraba Womiani MPP Fuaye, Yenuanome Wusrima Mentifi Bukata. We spoke about taxation and production on the Lest We Forget segment. And now we have a lot for you on this second edition. So tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live on NDC 360. Today I have a surprise for you. I'll be reading to you comments on our live stream on YouTube, Facebook, and X. My production team will be working on that. And we'll be reading some of your comments. So whilst you watch the live stream, share, like, and more importantly, comment. And make sure that the stream will go live. Now, Abusianfo, apart from your social media handles, are you streaming program live? YouTube at NDC 360 Official. Same on X, same on Facebook. Yes, also live on Onuya TV, TVXYZ, Angel TV, Wazor TV, and Loud Silence TV. Yeah, that all these stations are say Omo Efajumedi on their various team platforms. I'm even told that we are live on Diplomatic TV on social media. We are live on Focus TV also online. We are grateful. In due course, more Muslimi Jumedi live in Inano. Yeah, Bebo Mudinia recognize them. Now, what do we have for you on NDC 360 today? And then on Moment of Truth editorial, yeah, try a corruption tracker and so. And on episode 2 of the tracker, Omampenya be de akire owu abawomiane na busuafo omoye ne Ghana. Inti potokasam yatu ni din the corrupt and nepotistic dealings of the Bawomias. On NDC and you, we have a very fantastic policy to discuss with you. It's all about the National Women's Development Bank. Into what to say, Ramahama National Women's Development Bank was now why do you I have the experts for you today on this show. Now, by the time I'm sure you will agree with me that indeed the NDC doesn't only have the men, but we also have the women. And finally, unless we forget, Yemraso say you call for the recap. Munim say nche yakra yura John Dramani Mahama obontwa fact.
Today the debt to GDP is more than 100%. It means if you take all Ghana's GDP and you turn it into money, you use it to pay all our debts and you still owe 3%. Our debt to GDP was 57%. And the optimum GDP for middle income countries that is recommended by the IMF is 60%. So we're even under the recommended debt to GDP. When we left office, the budget deficit was 6.6%. Today, the budget deficit, it even went to 15%. It has now started dropping. When we left office, inflation was 15.5%. Inflation under this government went to 54% and is only now dropping. It's about 30%. When we left office, cocoa production was 960,000 metric tons. And we went for syndication loan of $1.8 billion, brought $1.8 billion into this country. Today, cocoa production is under 500,000 tons. And when they went for syndication, they got only $800 million. at 8%. We got 1.8 billion at 2%. And so what are you talking about? You can't compare the economy under us. When we left office, we gave you 2 new oil fields. All the work that we did as NDC was with one oil field, the Jubilee field. We worked and brought the 10 field and the Sankofa field into production. And so it made oil revenues triple. When we left office, we had solved Dumso. We bought enough generation. We established ESLA to pay the legacy debt. Today, Dumso is back. You can't pay the independent producers. And all of you know Dumso is, Mahama left a mess. We came and repaired your mess. Before I left office, the IMF said that Ghana's economy was going to grow by 8%. And it grew by 8% and more in 2017. And in 2018, it dropped. When their own policies started kicking in, you look at the GDP growth rate. From the high of 8% that they inherited from me, the next year it went to 6 point something, 5 point something, until when COVID hit, it went to 0. So that myth about you left us a mess, you left us a mess. When you came into office, the Kufuor Eurobond was left with 270 million to pay. Where did you get that money to pay? Mahama left it in the sinking fund because I knew that debt was coming up. That was visionary because I knew that if a new government came, it was going to be difficult to find 270 million at once to pay off the Kufuor Eurobond. So we left it in the sinking fund. They came and met it. In October, they just took it and paid the Eurobond. And after that, they didn't put any money in the sinking fund again. That's why when COVID hit, we had no money to defend ourselves. I set up the stabilization fund. When COVID hit, they didn't know where to find money. We told them, go and look in the stabilization fund. I left money in there. Went and took 300 million, from the stabilization fund. I set up the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund. The Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. And I put $270 million seed money in that fund. Today, that's what we are using to build your Agenda 111 hospitals. So how can I have left you a mess? They are good at propaganda. And so they just keep repeating something. Oh, we came and met your mess. We came and met your mess. In 2016, for the first time in Ghana's history, we ran the government budget without taking 1 CD from the Bank of Ghana, 0 borrowing from Central Bank. You in 2021, 42 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. The following year, 2022, 35 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. And that is why today, Central Bank is broke. Because it made a loss of more than 60 billion cedis. When I was president, Central Bank made a profit of more than 1 billion cedis. And so that propaganda must stop once and for all. You didn't inherit a mess. You inherited an economy that was doing well. It is you, by your mismanagement, your clueless finance minister, and your clueless head of economic management team who now wants to run away from economic issues to become the champion of digitalization. It is they who have created this mess.
Enti Adeshimama, you are John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, the leader and flag bearer of the NDC. Obema Noah. Onyame yi na magana so meje yemfim kwasom ne ahokyere mu no na mote ne nka no mpempi MPP for the atro ne nada e dada nipa bebre e no mo ba ye na economy na se o mesi kasem adwrega. That was His Excellency John Dramani Mahama himself setting the record straight. The okaye nyina ya no kretru do, and there is not one that the MPP can dispute. Ebia the okan no potokasem no wan tiase. Don't worry, all the parabranti bi oben wa wote potokasa no nchechi mu ma akankasem. Anakase bi a wote. And don't worry at all say when you be because in the subsequent editions yɛbɛgye brɛ ne yɛadɔ sansɛm wɔ mu asukɔ manya ne nteɛ sɛ Akina Radio wɔtachiman ɛne Bunu East mpatamu hɔ ɔmofa dwumadie live, and I know that there are many other radio stations picking this program live, and in due course we will recognize all of you. Bebre Edri, it is time for the Moment of Truth editorial. No kremre no in here. And if you will mame, tell Yabaya, you will see me by the touch screen bringing you all you need to know about the corrupt and nepotistic dealings of the Bawumias, part 1. Medase. Yo, Omade Shen, this is the media can you know. We a corruption tracker episode 2. Now what you tell me the episode 1 bremo about fraka dam bia na Yoruba women and NPP for the job when say Omayen was streamer mentifia. We gave you hardcore evidence for you to see the truth for yourself. Sending in a fraka dam 1.6 trillion old Ghana cedis. Abayno afane kwa. Yamfanye adepebiama or minor enya sonfaswo. Today on episode 2, dear Nyeka, we are talking about Abusuya Mamua, Owura Bawomi or your mampenya bedi echiri. Katasheshane proye dream pesemin kumunya. O men yisika on ne Abusuya for efa ne nyafuno. Eno ho asem ne yede bremo. Na obi bisa se adenkra na Sammy Gyamfi ne NDC fo my corruption tracker episode 1 more sounds on the episode 2 about a moment of truth adan amon kasem foforo obusia fo nkyeremu ne yetiawa medical kyeremu se oman bia ni wa obetumi atumpon oman bia ni wa obetumi akonanim oman bia ni wa ne manfo obetumi adiye agese sa oman na timi atu kata hyehye ne proyase esan se kata hyehye ne proye ya ade a etwe oman bia mpuntuo eka ekyire sika kakra ya jeje no oman ni mututuo de enya firi do mankoma nyame de echeyen se ye go se ye oil se ye koko ye mpanyimfo asede se omode ye de se fata ye de ye mpuntu a omanfo nyina benya so mfaso na ekoba se nipa kakra bi afa sika no omudi ne nyafunyafu a ye wiye yo no motwi ko nachi enti ukrom kwan na ye nyeye no aso piti na wo pe na wunya bi no adwuma na wo pa wunya bi ni ahokyera wo komu no Ninyina ye katacheshane proye ho asem, and that is why you must pay attention to this series on corruption tracker. Obi beka say oh na omampenya be de akire mo ka katacheshane proye a o se ono de oyemeti keke aden ono na mo ka na asem. Obusiafo no so nkyeremu no eyetitia. The reason is this: empempi ye ka katacheshane proye asem a na owura bawomi aye no hu ntadu akire o de ne ho asie. Attention all the time is on Omampenya Kufuado ni Nebusiafo nko. Now today, on this edition, we will demonstrate to you say Alhaji Bawomi osi odi mate no. Or your Omampenya Kufuado Pro Max. Mo use iPhone we just amotiase. Or your apprentice we sua katasheshe ne proye eche ne master mpo. Enya temdidie we will let the facts speak for itself. And that is why today the spotlight is on him. We are unpacking the corrupt and nepotistic dealings of the Bawumias. Now, Bible say, by your words thou shalt be justified, by your words thou shalt be condemned. And some no Bawumia ne yere Samira Bawumia. E kachre Ghana for efa katasheshe ne proye ho. Sisi dua ben no mudi susu yewura mahama dia no mokafa ne ho na bohye ben no mo hye yese omo ba ban mu a omo beye afa kata hyehye ene proye ho abusuafo me ye bi a kire in the moment of truth there we serve you nothing but the truth kakum yete ne kwakuo num the internet does not forget ketrema mpro inti ye hwensem ni bi now the edikan ene etwagu no mahama government most corrupt in Ghana's history Bawumia. Assembly City FM4 na report to here or Assembly in the run up to the 2016 election ran all born to or se Ghana abako semu nyina owura mahama ena oya katasheshe ni dream pa as president. There also be a daily guide MPP former national chairman Freddie Blay on one paper seat 20th October 2016. You can see there. Etifia Semne or say corruption is the hallmark of NDC. Bawumia. Nen semo o kade ye campaign America achire no. We enye buslimka ono wan nsimni. The atoso miensa or say corrupt Mahama disgrace to nothingness. Bawumia Ghana Web 16th November 2016. Or say Ora Mahama obokro no do nti ogusrimfu okra ni mu ase. All these things, all these lies, they said about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And then uncle, you have on your screen 7th September 2020. Shewen Sumame. But this second lady of ours, Samira Bawumia, dear, Wamon you create domra na MPP for April Mampenia baby and a keke. Ono so no kujina platform so kasapa. No no podie. Na no ya che nukunu. Into tia asem wo kan ha publisher for publisher, my publisher, the publisher. On the 7th of September 2020, Potoka Sammy says Samira fingers John Mahama over nepotism. What kind of story? No, second lady Samira has accused former President John Mahama of practicing nepotism whilst in political office. So what kind of story we are? At the end of Samira can wasem. O see you Mahama ye busuamamu. Now on Tiasia say ye Mahama ni nua ye friend Ibrahim Mahama. O ye Juma. O ka box site ye diama John Mahama nua ho asem. Say e kire se John Mahama ye katahye ne project. No no de ni kunu de onye sa. Ye so say okay my husband is a whiskey e ye ho no ka sa same way. Say John Mahama ni NDC ye abusuamamu. That is what they said. It is very important. I will bring you back to this story. Now yonko ye ni. Ye ma me Samira sana me frɛ no because oye Ghana oba panyin otoso mienu nti ba me frɛ no ye ma me wakasa agu ye John Mahama ho fi abranya no krɛ sɛ oye abusuamamu because you all know sɛ ye Mahama ni busuani a no wo na aba mu as an appointee na e ba akopɛ eye sister Joyce Muktari Bawa no ye deputy minister, not even a minister, but deputy minister for transport. Ninua Ibrahim Mahama no mo kana asem no. Or a well-established businessman or starting your adwuma nyenne. Na abrofo a omo ye mining wo Ghana. Te se go fields for water kwa. Omo afa no a ono na ye mining ma wo mo. Ennyuma ahyeta e wa bibrem ne bibrem atoye. Ko Liberia o ye adwuma. Yet Samira ka say o ye adwuma keke de. And John Mahama ye kronfo o ye abusuamambo. Eti ka omo ba ye no. We would have expected somebody ka busuamamu kokofu bo de oncheni United ye nka ye nhu bi. But abusuamfo, what do we see? Hwehama me on your screen Owura Bawumia one ne yire Samira omo busuamfo nko a ya ma omo dibre ewo NDC ewo MPP aban we mo. Sa wo hwe soro ha papa ye obowe ne ho fefefe ye friend Alhaji Ahmed Ramadan. Samira Bawumia second lady ne papa no. Enti Owura Bawumia na asew konofo prekope. Aban ne ba ya na Bawumia lobby maye na asew no. Ghana amrado to United Arab Emirates. Ye ka Dubai. Oh baby a oyo ni sika wo no. Samira papa na ye Ghana nam sini amrado ewo ho. Bawumia na asew no. Abusuafo ensiwa omo opposition omo se ndisi ye abusuamamuo no mu di atoroto John Mahama so no mo hwe de omo ye Samira ni nua bema ye frɛ no Abu Ramadan eye Bawumia vice president na konta ono so omo ma ne so a no mo de ko nadbo no onye MPP nimpo MPP fo bre no nka ho enso ni nua ba na ye second lady nti ye ne deputy director of NADMO wa wo from 2017 ebisi ne. Now we have mami papa we or the one te Ghana phone some trofo bebre ahwehwe ni picture omunya no be ne de NDC 360 ye nya no ni photo ni ye raba Bawumia ni nua panyi a ye frɛ no Mumuni Abdullahi Bawumia ye de ne to Bawumia papa o de Mumuni Bawumia ono so aban we ba ya na position muntie ni opposition na bi ni Ghana bakosemu John Mahama breso ye papa Mills ya papa Kofo, ya papa Rollins abenso ni any position bi asa e wo Ministry of Interior asoye hwe a police for any a soldier for any the security agencies so your friend a technical advisor to the Ministry of Interior and you create sa position man enti ba wo mia nua panyin no na ba from her mami we mami ni kan starting free so ono so your friend no Honorable Lareba Zura Abudu ba wo mia nua ba preko pe ono so owura ba wo mia ba and di kan man so 2018 yeah the deputy CEO for Northern Development Authority ewi akire kra no 2022 ya san so paw no omampanyi akufo ado ne ba wo mia paw no se omeye swafo emfa emma ne nkoda yeyo Minister for Gender and Children Social Protection inti ne nua ba no abuja ko mo ma ne nso na MPP for na aka no kra ne nya positions ni bi no ba wo mia ne nua Samira ba wo mia yere Samira o ye Ghana ba penyi otoso mienu second lady ni nua be maketwa last but one your friend Fauzi Ramadan ono so de ne ho asie uko internet so nyina wu nya ni photo ma wuze for first state for apena o nya ni photo NDC 360 ya ni photo aba ono da ho no Fauzi Ramadan ba wo mia nua bema o ye special assistant Mrs. Samira nua bema o ye special assistant to the second lady Samira Bawumia. So that is the family tree of Bawumia ne yere wona bemu. And yet these are the people omudi atro ese joma amadi nkwa sa wo ye abusua mamu abra ono na ne busua ni ba akopɛ na deputy minister ohu kokofu bobo omomobo na ye ndisi fo mpo de enka Bawumia de ni na busuafo ne nuanom ne nkontafo ne asewfo ababa mu a enka haye pii enka haye ombaye na nkomo ye nyuma pa be magana atumpo a enka haye ba we mu de omo baye no oman ni sika kakra ye wo no e na omu di sika ni nyafunyafu kata se ne proye fita e na Bawumia ne nuanom ye de odi kan ni ye frɛ no eye Hagia Lareba Zura. The Kanka said Omampenyi eyi no as Deputy CEO of Northern Development Authority. Oko tricycles abobo ya eye moto na ne na ya miensa no. Mako aha 9400 enya ntaban tu yiraya bisi ne yenhu bebi efaye. And mami kampenyufo a the CEO not Sammy Gyamfi, the CEO of the Northern Development Authority finger and say ono ne hye chiri. Ema omo boss a wo man no krono kese. Ema Ghana shiri sikatitiri over 20 billion old Ghana cedis. When reports there by na the media told us again say, apart from 400 tricycles there were two of the deputy CEOs ora Bawumia nua ba ika ho bi almost 400 tricycles each into the no bomu 200 what the beka 400 no 600 tricycles. Motos omo fire so bebre ni nyina wo ha na ma wadanse mi tumira na ma kiresi na mama obi adi enini na obebi say what is your evidence? We are Ghana Web. The date is 31st January 2022. Mr. the producer ebe ma me picture on picture na etiefu ahu say no kwetrodo ne eka Dr. Bawumia's sister fingered in missing 400 government tricycle saga. Wo wabo mahama echi so ye abusuama mu abranya no kre oba ya wasesa ensewfo ne nkontafo amomu positions enye hwe omo be ye adwuma pa abo oman no so a omo be bo ye kro no. This is the evidence. Abusuafo enya no nko the same issue pulse.com a story we on January 9th 2020 was a 400 tricycles worth 2 million Titisikano 20 billion allegedly stolen at the Northern Development Authority. And okay story no say according to reports, the tricycles were allegedly stolen from the office of the authority on October 27, 2019. About 700 motorcycles and 200 extra tricycles cannot be traced. And the letter, the CEO na not there Jumayuku na no the command divisional commander. What tamale police penino. All these facts are there. You can Google the story and read it. We are not making anything up. The American and Adansi, reports also revealed that among all the 3 deputy CEOs, 2 of them took away 100 tricycles each without paying. and saa two na obo se sa tricycles o mantu aka no Bawumia nua ba ne ka ho. And in fact ono obe pe MP wo wale Bawumia krom 2020 campaign the slogan was money no be problem or che moto to send katie because this is where they got it from. Minu mieru taxes, minu mieru sika. This is what they use it for. Now enye moto nko so de omo ba na Bawumia nua ba efa moto ni abobo ya abusuafo ken haye poto kasem ye frɛ bibi sole source contracts ye dean contract avodo for enuma kese e wo Ghana emra se sa ban efa bo bi adwuma se wo medi sa adwuma ne ma o man a aban ma obi contract ho a ye mamu na obi biara a owo nimdie na owo capacity so obetimi aye sa adwuma we should give that person the opportunity to compete. Ti afre be competitive tendering ma ho kwan na obi amepre adwuma ni bi de obetumi aye adwuma ni yie a oman no benya so mfaso abra oman ne bebo kakakra bi ne de ama no but wo hwe de ekoso wo Bawumia ene omampenya kufu ado amamwo yi mu a ye wo contrast akese bebre a aban de ma Bawumia nuanom a ye ma ho kwan se obi amepre bi ye si peg Bawumia nuanom nti no so source no mo kwan de ma wo mo bia so ye de sika toto so a o mine hwiri sika titiri dia you will weep for Ghana as we move along. Before I go into the issues, dear na Bawumia ni omampenya kufuado ekae about so sourcing quickly. Way ayora Bawumia ne Twitter handle on the 8th of September 2016 now about 6:20 p.m. and Bawumia ko trend on Twitter. Na mahama yora mahama ne tie konya so. Or say overpricing of contracts through the use of sole sourcing is very typical of this John Mahama NDC government. Or say John Mahama bind here. Bibia sole sourcing. Ni ye sole sourcing bia e kire se projects are ye ni sole sourcing na Mahama de bo ni bia to so o man ne boka. Nti omo de omo ba omo nyesa. Owura Bawumia na emre MPP for ereni election no 3rd February 2017. Or say, we will abort rampant sole sourcing, Bawumia. We will abort rampant sole sourcing, Bawumia. What kind of story now? When you power we, or this sole sourcing, ye chem. The exception and not the norm, because sole sourcing they are more minor eboka. So when you want some any edible buafo, when you want some edible buabem. Owura Bawumia na biem starfm.com.gh May 29, 2017. Bawumia na 2 minister say what MPP aban mu for. I said don't abuse sole sourcing Bawumia to appointees. Mamun konko ye sole sourcing because sole sourcing more men Bawumia no. The same Bawumia on the 31st of December 2018 City Newsroom for report on say Bawumia tells MPP 40 fulfilled promises. Aban no ma betena konwa so eni afe na edi afe. Bawumia say oma fulfill omo boshe nko 40. Na boshe ni mu ba ko ne den. O say we promise to move away from a predominance of sole sourcing to tendering in procurement and we have delivered. Enti hye so. Bawumia say sole sourcing enye emwo men. Ye de bo men krono emwo man ni hwisika. MPP ba omo nye bi. Wa ma appointees warning mamunko ye bi. Ono aso se aban na di ni boshe so sourcing de o magyae afi ye nto aso o mampenya kufuado de o kan ye ni 23rd August 2016 on Twitter or said the era of sole sourcing will come to an end. Sole sourcing ye twem because sole sourcing e chrono. Now what do we see? They said the media can chire mu no Owura Bawumia wo nua ba ma bia ye friend no Ibrahim Bawumia edia ye wo no ne papa de man no Ibrahim Bawumia. But ware Canada ni ba ya wo no UK ope UK passport nti no se sand din ye no Abraham Bawumia nti se wafa Christian name one Bawumia picture ni nti Bawumia na te wo no o ma me ni Bawumia nua penya ye friend mumuni Bawumia woni Bawumia nua ba ma na ye friend no Abraham ana Ibrahim Bawumia no oni our company ye from Resource Access Limited. I want to prove to you that this Resource Asset Limited Bawumia nua dia. Enti akọ Registrar General thanks to ye nua Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. Yakwa akọhwe company ni nkrata mu. company no hefo na directors Abraham Bawumia Nuana one ne yere ayefre no Aneta Kamiska Bawumia, they are the directors. Why na company ni ne dia company ni nya sika anamfaswa why na sika no kono ho the shareholder Abraham Bawumia the tin number ni bibia wo ni. This is from Registrar General. We'll put it out for everybody to see. No do. Now, the entire yeka say yen hwehwe mu ama na beda di say aban way e the sole sourcing contracts akese e masa company ya your friend Resource Access Limited ba wo mienua company asika power mine hwere no asefem. Project number 1 hwe me wo screen ni so hwe wani so ade Sunyane Airport, Miami Chrome, baby, I tell me. Baby, I call primary, baby, I call JS, baby, I call SHS. Minim Sunyane Asem. Sunyane Airport, Aban we buy no mo say, almost CSC, no. Because you are close to airport in the down. Phase 1 of the project, you the Mabawomien the company. You are hearing this for the first time here. Resource Access Limited, so sourcing. She say, Yam presse. Aban na presse companies baby be wo man ni mu no obi amepribi. They gave that job on soul sourcing to Bawumia. See, President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo commissioned phase 1 of the rehabilitated Sunyane Airport project. Now, if you check the project, you check the story from Bruno Regional Coordinating Council for website, government website, dated August 4, 2022. You can see that on your screen. The relevant portions of the story, prove who Assembly American say was the President Akufo-Addo intimated at the commissioning that in line with his government policy to provide a functional air travel infrastructure to enhance blah blah blah, say a contract was awarded to MS Resource Access Limited to commence the rehabilitation of the airport in 2019. It is our MS Resource Access Limited no any Bawumia Nuyano company no moka ho asem no. This is the man Bawumia Nuyano oni Abraham or Ibrahim Bawumia. Now abusiafo enya nonko oba Ghana Airport Company omo website a omo kasi so say adwuma na ye de ma Bawumia nua ne se wonye no sika nko a ye de ma no so se no obi ampribi se wonye se adwuma no was 52.25 million cedis. Yes, 52.25 million cedis. Titi sika no 520 billion e ye adwuma ben adwuma ye se onya ne se runway Sunyane Airport runway na kitikiti bi samre na 1280 meters. Yes 120 ka ho e wo hodada but asenti patch portals no na 120 meters e meka ho na yenya 1400 meters. Na onsanso en rehabilitated taxi link or patch portals e siesi ho. Na akwan a eda ben airport no so no on siesie resurfacing na just okoye kwan foforo or the abo eguso no wasiesie ne kama na terminal dan ya esi wa eho na otu kwan a wo befa no etimi fa nipa be 100 and so omo a se hwebrofo no omo se minimal renovation intenya adwuma kese bia airport na ye kanani ni mfonyi Sunyane airport a owura Bawumia nua ye na eni runway no my ketekete na tese minsam no eno susu ni airport ni enti bisa wo MPP ni a wo hwe me ne se adwuma we ehoka timi ye 525 billion cedis ana. Ask yourself that. Na die enti na ekwan keke ni portholes apache keke minimal renovation of a terminal building, why must it be so source? Die nkwa na Bawumia nua ni company no owo ana onim ya Ghana construction companies bebre obi antumi nyebi. The same Bawumia was so sourcing your chrono and my boka no more the omonye sa our 2 ministers for say mamuko ye so sourcing. Why will you give this job, mediocre job, to your brother through so sourcing for 525 billion old cedis? Nabuzi onfo ye Ramahama tikese da so da yepa. And then nobody come about airports osisi ye. And yet your CSC ni keke. One of those airports, before we even get to that, lest we forget segments. One of these airports, American was a Who airport. Who airport here Ramahama si ni mono chiao. Na airport to be any ho ofitiasia from scratch esi ne mo chiao. Or the $25 million in the sea. Or started project in 2015, not dollar nyan 4 cedis. By now the project in 2016, you know, averagely, even if you use $1 is to 4 cedis, $25 million. What the best CD more is just about 100 million Ghana cedis. And this is brand new airports. So whole airport now President Mahama see, you know. The runway is 1,900 meters and 30 meters wide. The 30 meters. The 10,900 meters, just 1.9 kilometers. Dear Bawomiani Ninwe, Yama Omo Sikaso Monkoyen, Sunyane Diano, 120 meters per no Modiaka home. The 30 meters. John Mahama's brand new from scratch. Whole airport 1,900 meters versus 120 meters. Whole airport, you know, able to process 150,000 passengers a year every day. Able to process 400 passengers because there will VIP lounge and VVIP lounge. So you airport no VIP ni Miami Cruise Airport VIP bi anim VVIP bia so anim 100 passengers per able to process your per day. No, but we are there no. Omanpenyi Mahama brand new whole airport no. Ni April yaka April a baby a plane ni si a yako pake. It me for plane you know. O si ni brand new. But we are there na wo hodada e na oye airport house keke. It me for plane be se ba ko. Ora Mahama see whole airport no. Akwan ya wo ye ni wo brand new from scratch 9 kilometers. But we are there akwan ya wo hodada no de abogu su siesie ni keke. Enu 9 kilometers. And so here Mahama at the $25 million equivalent to 100 million cedis. And they see whole airport no more chiao. But when we are there, pentimamentono, sika 52.5 million cedis. Titisika 520 billion. Do the math for yourself. You are discerning. But when you share no dog cry twice the onim say ben. It is about dogan and open no cry. Judge this for yourself. Muse Mahama kwa and oye so source and oye we. Look at what they have done. Now with your four, you can see it on your screen. Whole airport Mahama see nini. Brand new from scratch. But we are painting Mamentono in the Siwa annual seno. 520 billion. Because you are money near. Yankoso. Any airport in Kwa and a buying diama bawumia company. So in the bush of no, not just this airport. Not just this airport. Ye wo koko akwan akesi sika eta won so na koko akwan ye de ma contract ya ye ba mu se road contractors e wo Ghana nya no bia me pribi o ba ye se lot 1 lot 2 kwan we this kilometers ye pese ye ni say asphalt and be to me o boy ye sen ye hwe de ne bo wo fom a wo betumi aye kwan ni yie na ye de contract na ma no owura ba wo mi anko aba ya koko rose or the money we are so sourcing or man who coins will be ampribi. Into the same resource access limited. The 2 million number here. Ya mom koko kwanya a free assign where type assign a coupon to Odomase to Asibrim 22.1 kilometers. Sikan kwa ya de mano 54.2 billion actually ebiguso. Into Titisikan 54.2 million Titisikano that's 540 billion one contract. And another Cocoa Road project. Chibuso Haso Wodre, Mibodi no Namamoni Amofancheme, Bangalo Feeder Roads, 14.5 kilometers, 29.4 million cedis. Titisikano, 294 billion. 2 Cocoa Roads. Bia so sourcing. Obi say me evidence, we me evidence na da hono. This is the moment of truth. You 2 million actually see. Atendidie bia nim no kre na ekasa no. This is a letter. Public Procurement Authority for Trade, 14th May 2020. Yeah, the project, you say rehabilitation, upgrading, reconstruction of roads in cocoa growing areas. I say, at the board, second paragraph, at the board technical meeting, held on Thursday, 14 May 2020, the board granted approval to Ghana Cocoa Board in accordance with Section 41B of Accesses 3 as amended to use a single source procurement method to engage multiple contractors for the construction of roads. And this is it. Companies when they are source no. Asia Coupon Resource Access Limited. Resource Access Limited. It is on your screen. You can see that for yourself. Now, I want to establish beyond doubt. Says so Bawomia Cassetia in opposition or buy and non quan on in Nuanomoye. Chrono womu or mudiri or minisika. The kind a public procurement law, which is a crime. Because contracts in your contracts, I was say, you see peg a sebako form fat through so sourcing. And a sikaya de Mabawomia Nuanosono. A broad was a call minor, it your mano, it your minor minum, your taxes. We are losing it to Bawumia and his family. Where is the evidence? The Auditor General's report. Ghana auditor ni. Onona Ghana semsi kasem nyina oye muhwehwemu. Why audit, special audit, or friend of performance audit report of the Auditor General on the construction of cocoa roads. Now, 2023 anoye, paragraph 55. Cocoa Board's procurement policy stipulates that all procurement activities are to be in line with the Public Procurement Act. Or say procurement, mra Cocoa Board ya jumane se contract omodi mebiano, omu follow procurement mra. Oba paragraph 56, or say procurement mra say section 41. And sana obeka se wo ye project be so sourcing no. Hwe de ken. Section 41A to D of the Public Procurement Act 2003 allows the use of single source procurement method where there is exclusivity, urgency, emergency, continuity, and compatibility subject to the approval of the PPA. She said, oh, my contract, now we say, what they my company back up. Prem will be a me pribi. Dear friend is so sena. Dear Bawumian in no more yana. I was our company no what Suyahunu expertise be or non one will be. And as a human, I no emergency BSc. Bibi bintia was here in tentem. But we all know say kukurus and tesa. Auditor General twice so at paragraph 58 of that report say Cocoa Board awarded 266 road contracts for Air Cocoa Road Improvement Project 2, measuring a total length of 4,131 kilometers. Upgrading and construction in cocoa growing areas. Out of the 266 contracts awarded, 33 were through competitive bidding. 33 there, omoma man for pribi. 175 were through single source procurements. Then the Auditor General said this, paragraph 60. Although the use of restricted tendering and sole sourcing saved Cocoa Board time, it would have taken to evaluate a large number of tenders. Our analysis, Auditor General said, our analysis showed that these methods cost Cocoa Board about 100% more than the use of a national competitive tendering in terms of kilometers of, the cost per kilometer of road. Auditor General. And if you read on, you will see the Auditor General was emphatic. Say, because they had the contracts when you know Bawumia and in Nuanom through sole sourcing and other companies through sole sourcing. When this MPP government spoke against sole sourcing, a car was saying you're bonus are quiet you're born a double, in some case triple. A can a cabin, kuku fusika, a cabin, minum unutuo, and aquacudi. These companies, including Bawumia Company. What's the say? Sika. Apart from the cocoa roads, there are also other road projects at Ministry of Roads and Highway. Ediama Bawumia Ninuya. Okabomua 83 million cedis. And also so sourcing. Through Yenuya Samuel Okuje to Ablakwa, he's published the documents. We have intercepted payment vouchers. We are. You can see 5.7 million Bawumia Company, Resource Access Limited. Sikano, 13th March 2023. Another payment, 27th November 2023, 5.8 million. Another payment, 3rd March 2023, 15.5 million. 8th March 2024, Yahoo, 10 million. Titiskan 100 billion, Bawumia Company. Okay, Kasikani Nina Bomua. Any airport, the Nina Bomua. Bawumia any nuanom company Ghana sikanko e dia ma wo for these 5 projects alone ye treaty under part 1 280 million cedis titi sikano 2.1 trillion cedis. The vouchers are here, documents don't lie, all the documents are here. Now me de manu ba besi no hwe wo de o maba o maguma hama and ehufin o me di atrato no so oye abusuama mu abranya no kre o mo ba be ye worse. I've shown you the evidence. But wo me nua ba under her ye wia mutus agera ono ane boss accuse ni se mutus no owia bi fa no to nchen hwesika titiri die over 2 point something trillion worth of contracts ayede am omonko so sourcing etika busuano omodi omayi hu akama ye tam anka de aka no kamu betumi agya ma afoforo babusuafo kakra yede be magana asudusuafo scholarship eno so a bawomia edi akoma Samira nua be ma na ye friend of Fauzi Ramadan ya man scholarship ono na ye personal assistant on the office ono atua nika ye the Ghana scholarship was ye de ma hiafo mobrowa ma ye de ma even MPP full soldiers vanessa ya sanso de akoma Samira nua be ma na o ye the special assistant wo de ba Ghana sikamu a 320,000 cedis 3.2 billion enya no kwa na ye ya de ahia abufu ne se ye man scholarship no school na wanko sikana ashe ye bisa na o se o na me yare I don't know when defer o course so na me yare na me ntimi defer me course it is scholarship sikana ke betimi akwanya for one so a ni nyina ashe ayo maker. And if you go on my job online you see the story a kind of I was Fawaz Ramadan, a relative and personal assistant to Second Lady Samira Bawumia, was awarded 17,355 pounds to cover the cost of tuition for an MSc in Global Supply Chain Management at Brunel University in the UK. However, Mr. Ramadan never pursued the course because he claimed he was involved in an accident during the peak of COVID-19 and could not defer when your accident, I won't need defer the course. Neither he nor the state benefited in any way from the tuition fee paid to Brunel University. Because I'm far more. We've given you the facts. We've given you the facts. Bako ha kame de beba no me pushi appearance fee no me pushi mreti me pushi akomanim. But you see, these are the issues. And for you, Ghana ni awo hweme no. Judge for yourself. Say papa ya ono nam say I am not corrupt. I am not corrupt. I am incorruptible. Can you trust this man? Ubia oya kampi utimisha bonne. Ade chia osi wo na me juki. Na me didi agro. O kan we enya no kre. O kan we enya no kre. And the evidence shows that this man is 10 times corrupt than Akufo-Addo. The pro-mass version of Akufo-Addo. We can't trust this man because he is not only a chronic liar but inherently corrupt. And see a mistake. E de Ghana sheba wo miansa krono we no ne nabusuafo ba beto aso krono we no beto aso, and there is no way he can come and prosecute Mampenya Akufo-Addo because Mampenya Akufo-Addo be kai ne seba wo mia me ne ken di e ga ne say minuanom efo mo man sika no wonso wo ye bi enu nti untumi mfa ye court. His hands are dirty, more dirtier than Akufo-Addo. He can't fight corruption. If you want accountability, court, including Akufo-Addo and Abusuafo, vote for change. Vote for the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Washaya Bosse, baby, Yesika could be obeji amaye. One make sure say Embra, ebe yejuma. The producer, Bo Kennedy akopre kwa Japan tape ni mame. Na yemfa moment of truth ye marry ye. Ebi ana obi tie mo MPP ni ozo Gyamfi video ye NDC niti na okasa. Yentie MPP mu cheche mucho na yentie de waka afa ban we ho. Efa kata hye ne proyo. Thank you.
The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow so much. Why? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control. The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow so much. Why? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control.
Daddy,
I think it is time I put my business plan of opening a snack bar into action.
Really? But why now?
Why not now? I have been paying close attention to John Mahama's 24-hour economic policy, and I think it is really going to boost the leisure and hospitality industry. You know, when people go to work throughout the day, they would definitely need something small in their tummies, and I'll be there to serve them.
But I thought I was the only one who listens to news in this house.
No.
Says the man born before computers.
Tell him.
See, we have the news right here on our phones, and we are keenly following John Mahama's 24-hour economy policy digitally.
Digital man.
Yes, I mean this. Yes. And one thing I can be sure one. Since the launch of my online delivery system, things have really been picking up, and it will be great to have the support of the government to grow beyond the borders of Ghana. And with a 24-hour economy policy, government will be able to provide an atmosphere of improved security and public safety, and also a well-regulated and monitored private security to facilitate round-the-clock activities to make it more safe for us to serve our clients no matter the time of the day.
Well, for civil servants who work with the Passport Office, DVLA, Customs, Ports and Harbour like me, running the 8-hour shift system will help relieve the large customer traffic we have to deal with within the current 8 to 4 p.m. system. We can effectively serve Ghanaians and foreigners within the shortest time.
Hey, madam, I didn't know you also pay attention to the 24-hour economy policy too.
It is what everyone is talking about. I will be glad to work in the afternoon shift than run off to work in the morning. I leave that for the younger generation.
You are really too old for that. And old boy, what are your thoughts? Well, I will take advantage of the tax exemptions, the cheaper and reliable electricity, and more importantly, the government's support to scale up my juice manufacturing company for local consumption and for export. Look, obey a pinso or chrome.
Please obey. In a 24-hour economy, is it?
You know what to do. Vote for John Mahama, the nation builder, and the NDC for a 24-hour economy. A Juma Pankwa.
Efaya Drusi is the NDC and U segment. And NDC Amanyoko, Yenshishia Pani and Nepa, Yawomo Maigan and United Bro. I've told you that the 2024 election is an election like none other. It's an election that is going to define the future and the destiny of our children. And the election way making sure say obeto aba for policy. Obeto aba not for atrone nada. It is about issues. And that is why we are doing this. We are not just criticizing. We are telling you what the NDC has for you. And what do we have for you today? What we have for you is John Mahama's National Women's Development Bank. Matiye Papa Mahama are on it. Matiye Mami Nana Jane on it. And today I'm joined in the studio by my sister, the Member of Parliament for the good people of Techiman North, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofusu Ajare. Mami Onyam Rashe Bebiani Keke. Oyo Emrenimfo. She's been a lawyer for 24 years. Ne basika sem bank ne sanya manoso womu suyahunuba. Currently, Savings and Loans Company from Pacific Savings and Loans. One a lawyer. And she's held this position for 10 years. It was Shemra as Mrashe Bibeni. Or a lawyer for 24 years. Or also a lawyer for a savings and loans company for 10 years. And or a board member for multi-trust financial services from 2011 till date. What's this here? And also bear 13 years board member. ɛna Christian Mothers Association Credit Union so ɔsan so ka ho bi na dwuma pa ba ko wɔyɛ no and she's one of our experts from the NDC when you be din komo honorable Ofusu Ajarema wakwaba
Yaminia
Ghana nyina hwɛ
so my radio
it means 24-hour economy cheche we nyina beba
kama pa
great na busuafo enye ono nko a me maame nimpon enye nche NDC fo nyina ye maame eye Madam Faustina Nelson dodo na friend Auntie Faustina tie na me so be friend Auntie Faustina se me ka se me bobo ye maame di bread dia and I just say mo show ni extend the 5 hours ye nwie but all I need to tell you is that she's currently the member of our Council of Elders in the Central Region. She's a leading member of the NDC and mana moko at the NDC see hono we didn't wait until be ye ye maame serve as a board member for NIB for Infibibre was serve as a member a board member too on Ghana Commercial Bank CV ne de yakɔ ye ni mebo bi account but for now I'll give you this Auntie Fosti wa yenchen wa Auntie Fosti ma wakwaba
yeah ura
bibi aboko de ni say wa ba be do de 24-hour economy no and then chiremu no emu beda wo fine amubia atiase producer na was en come kobo tape bi by mrenti no I will jump the tape so that we go straight to the discussion and as we move along based on time no if we can play that video now let's start with Honorable Elizabeth Ofusu Ejare ebe America krenina ye papa Mahama ene ye maame a obo ye papa Chidom Professor Nana Jino Pokwajeman omo akasa about the National Women's Development Bank bibiri ntiase kire ase what is the bank about
yo minia Sammy we dey be sebi asema leader bi say amotimponim dwom na we bisa me call ya meka National Women's Development Bank e che no so honorable se bank de ebu enso bosia no ye nya bi enti se Yewura Mahama o ye bank kra still bosia no nya enam se waka ne yi Excellency John Dramani Mahama the bank na o se obeye no eno de obeye amama nko a na se ne etie ni opese ema ye nya loan ewo ohare so nsi hu kitwe bi enesi hu ye nyina nim se bank akese no okwa yesi kofa odan bra yesi kofa krata we bra yenim se ma no so mpempi no sa nyoma eya na ye nibi wo ho nti Yewura Mahama ye ne se ema ye wo Ghana ha ye didwa ye pesika bosia eni ema edi kuo bebre ani ma eye adwuma no sa banki ba so ebenya ho mfaso na de ede ne se empanyi se obi bebo ma wasu nti se de wa wusu ema nko na be ye adwuma wo ho efise ema na ni ma hawo nti yo ba na akope bosia wo National Women Development Bank okwa hu ma nko
honorable metiasia na je se ye kan National Women's Development Bank we ye banks from kokra Yewura Mahama ede bagana wanya za
Echese sa banki bi magana hada aban aye minim say private one bi die aba ye beka ho asemechire nanso die Yewura Mahama ebe ye die eye dutwam ye nya bi Ghana hada se bank ayaye na ese sa bank we die e tailorfo e dressmaker fo omo ye ma edwadifo omo tachiman dwom edwadifo a omo tobodom dwom omo ye be mo kejetia omo a kotokraba Mahama si dwama omo no obro omo sika kejetia osi dwama omo obro omo sika e ma no nko a anase edwuma ma bebre wom ojo loan no interest no kitwe bi enye se kofa krata abra kofa we bra ye nyina enim se e ma de ye dwadie no e na krata asem no e ha ye kakra eti Yewura Mahama ehu akwansidie we ye loan ho no se ema yi omo pa adwuma akwansidie we ni na wo ho na beti omo nko bank ma omo de a na omo kokoto manko a obi abenya sika enti wo
that is why this bank is coming
kakra eba no obenya sika de aye enu nti na Yewura Mahama adwuma rura eja bema president ayahwe nanim 2025 oba na wabeboa ma na obeye free bosia ebo mu ha ho sa bank no nti na eba
heard the screen this so am pikasa na yemodeno so this is going to be a special bank established by the next NDC Mahama government which will be run by women to nurture and grow women owned and women led businesses mame ho Auntie Fosti oba bi hwe emema ni bi kura wo ho a asemi omote no ayo madwemu kesene ne omote di enkra nti na banks bebre wo Ghana na still ye hia a man kwa bank Why a women's development bank? Ubit machimo.
Sir, Emma Banky. Former President Rawlings. Yes, was sorry, ya no way. Why program? Now walk around. Our friend listening to.
President Mahama. Okay.
President Mahama. If he say, after that, na the square peg. Akose round hole him. After that, sabi na mamu 70. Ye bibia ade abia area bi wo mo wono ye nimo kra na assign the bi akoka ho. Into wo ye ne say wo be round any amount for akasa. Into what to ne listening to. Na wo kwa wo busa ne ehia wo mo. Amanyame ya yadom na 7 January ye to aba no wo ba. Na wo bu man no a wo hunu baby a wo di bibia beto ene ne amanfo no aka wo yanum se eno na wo mo hia enti ma dodo no a e ka se wo mo hia wo mo a bank na ayema banka we map edwadie papa Ghana matitru ye 51% of the entire population, but predominantly no edwadie na embadi na etada na ope bibi kakra bi e de kotu bibi kra ton wodwam na sika no ebi ni ho banks de bi wo ho se ne obi anim no na eno ye general banker emma ko ho emma ko ho ti President Mahama e ka se wo be ye emma e de ama wo ma bibi ayetia sabe se oba wodwam anopa na wokọ no sese na niama wotumi sa bank ne ben no na ye ma bank ya ye de be ya wotumi ka kire no ni ote na nchen se obi ba hwe na toma me we ba ko taku ana say na jis kanto na me bohwi akọ bank enti President Mahama ye ne se wodi be ye chetia amamba na bibia ye easily accessible if you say man ya na ye wa handicap kakra bank ko do kwagina ho kofa collateral bra kofa we bra te sane honorable
traditional banking system nanka bunya bosia bi kra edin
obstructions doso enti ebi so ana ade no wohia enti wo ye ne se wo ye ema de ama wo mo a ebe ye accessible na fe nso so do wo mbenya considerations se bibia be ye easy enti se normal bank no say yakase bia kofa entoma bra with made no oba my consideration kakra leverage bi abi obaka say modie monje na mo fa godi dwa special women
because women are special to John Mahama
special dispensation
exactly
for Emma
me that say me nuamba we dem am twem do women deserve a women's bank Emma deserve Ghana ma deserve see be almost a special treatment we are now. Make a case for women. Said the
Ghana ma here women's banking no it's even scientific because World Bank akase ma 70% ewa Africa ha and ye own small to medium scale enterprises. Okay. So na
75%.
70%. Yes, okay. And I own small to medium scale. Yes, ewa Africa ha. What buy Ghana ha 44%. Okay. Now omaka say your financing gap of over $3 billion. Say sa gap ni be hwe ne ya hyemuke na. Wa country obesa an oma ho mfiensia, GDP be grow by 12%. When na yekika ni nyina buma Yewura Mahama say Emma ye about 51% omo de doso. How can I grow an economy with nipa ketua bi abra dodo ne wo ho? Oso say Ghana ma ye pa adwuma, ye hard working. Enti say saka sika ya ye de ye adwuma enioma bebrebe kama. Ye nim se manya sika ye ma edidiem yeye. Ye ma sukukom yeye. Ye health ye mi hu so ba tan bi wo ho a wo so odidi na ne ba gina hoda. Inti so hwe ne sika ne ba ma no ho a ebeboa ama Ghana
na ma so kwa no wo de sika kakra bi kra mutimi multiply
ma na ye na me bedru hwe e ma so wo hwa sika no ye hia kakra kapa e sha ase a inti na traditional banks akese no wo anye 10,000 ho adwuma no moye nanso me my lawyer wo Kumase me ni ma aye adwuma ɛmaa edidwa minimum nkrɔfo a te sɛ multi trust almost 30 years no muji loan of 10,000 and then they go in for the millions. Sika na no magro. Enti ɛmaa deɛ we can always start with little. Me catch the
mutimi boaboa no na be kese.
O catch us say we say masika yendi. Yes masika yendi ne basa because ne ye the budget to so kama ka wo hwe on fast one we di bi. Enti sɛ maa nya sika ebema Ghana akoyie because if 51% of your population is working omukro musika maame ata oton ni bidie wonya ne 2000 maame mansa a oton ni jene ende wonya ne 5000 tumi kofa jene no bag miensa eba kotokra badwoma na kyese ekwa no nti ero mahama se ma no yenya sika no ayehwe ne ye ena wo hwe so a African Guaranteed Fund akase ma so yegi sika etua enti ye loan repayment no e wo soro pa enti sa bank ye bebe wo se ma no ye bosia na ebetua titiri yero mahama nya emu gidie se obema ye nsihu na eketua bi no na che se e ma ye hie sika no na ye dia ye sa nyoma we nyina na economy na ye kama enti ye ade a e ma ye hia a ebeboa Ghana nyina kama
Antifosti would you when you feature you have experience, you've lived through several governments. The person who educates viewers across the world. Ghana, have we ever had a Ma Bank to say the President Mahama Ekamwasemiana?
Oh, not a Ma Bank. The late Dr. Esther Oklu and a T Bank, no. But now a year, but not and to me a wider scope.
Okay.
One, because of proximity, senior mekayano, and to me, I'm stretching, Uncle baby, and I'm saying so. Banking system now, you can't say, I buy no castle where you're cleaning into a good, you know, a good bank, no.
Oh, sir.
Oh, yes, in the bill.
420 banks, financial institutions.
National Women's Bank, no, a come home. Dr. Esther Oklu.
Your baby titi ni mo wure mu yes or the one man. And also rubber wo mi ani Akufo-Addo Ogun.
I can't exercise na o mo ye ye no. Nti ye ni bi say. Na no so na ya de a ye necessity. Say nka wo ho. Nti president former president Mahama ye papa aye na adwene say kwan bia so wo de ema bank no ebeba. Na mmom wo no ne de no wo betrem. Because say ebia me fan say area bia enclave bia ebia edwa asam ka say edwa be ye 3-4 ebembe ho no wo de bi besi ho proximity na me ka ye no no senior
bia edwa
bia emmeye say sebio enkranko a ana say emmeye say wo pe say enkranko a wo pe bibia je say wo travel eko ansa na wakwaje nti wo be no across board. Obia area bia benya wo de ya wo de be operate send the honorable kaye no emba de wo de wosika sem ene adwuma sem hye wo nsa they are very conscientious wo ehia wo ni nyina na ye papa Mahama wo de nani ato form say wonyi emba nsenchen ti bank e bia bada na mom ne ye de bai de esron kokra edwuma ye fo awo mu nyina ba ya ma eye interesting but eye workable security fo mpo ye be fa ma
even security
completely bibia telephone mpo de say e ma wo ho dada na ne nyina ba ya ma
bank manager
oba
board members
ya wa ma
ya
wa ma
president Mahama say e ma betumi aya ma na ye women are capable of managing
so ma wo mo push what they encourage ma na wo di bue e ma abrabo mu ene wo mo ye die mu because eniaba p obstruct ma obi okra wo ordinary orthodox bank na wakose wokope bibia wo fi so sebio wone meme ko compete no aye withdrawn kakra aye diama no kofa webra ne ebei ya ye ebei de president Mahama se wo ba interest wanya ne kakraka and afa so ba ko na wo ho na wo kan na ye savings and loan na ne sesi aye ye de ebei de ebei te se orthodox banks ya bi
bank
4 banking system Enye savings and loan. Na mmom no emma benya consideration.
Okay.
Interest no be wo for.
Okay, bibi ehia me na me pese me tie ye sister adwen wo honorable. Ne ye ma me kasa no kan bibi se ne ye wo Women's World Banking bi wo Ghana ha. Aban no aguno. You've been involved in this banking, microfinance, savings and loans. Can bibi che fa no.
Menim se pokuya ewo oforikrom se otie bia wosu. One amamo. Eni se sabria na me wo kumase no. Na Women's World Banking ni omo musika. Nti na omo wo shops ewo oforikrom. Na we na anu metwa makotachiman. Me du ho me frɛ omo ni ho. Enam se na aden wo se a Yeraba umia Akufo Addo de ne ba say or economic wizard or ban wa be ha or be solve your economic problems in no wa be gu Women's World Bank ni ti ende omu nye ska nye adwuma omu tifie o ka kire me na me say yo ene ene ontie me e wo NDC 360 na me be chirechim na mama no hope enti ama se wutie me a Excellency John Dramani Mahama o se oba be ye bank ama mba ubenye sika no wasa aba kwan ho be ye adwuma biom enti afi se mo to aba won tamu ho na mo hwe party colors tamato mo beto mo wura nmonyamfo Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono de o policy e be boa ma a no mo wodwom a ya toto bank mu Yeraba omia e kata nani toto bank mu ya e ma mo kotena afi no o side ma ba kwan ho biom na de meka ne se sa bai ye nkoto no ye party a ye nanawo ye koto no de e de e matan e ba kwan ho ya wo obi anto ba bia se bia sorry kra ye jai asori kra ye jai ye wo tumi e na otifie Yeraba Mahama ode eni je ebremo enti adechi monye mo ho na monye se de be ya mo be san ba abeye adwuma biom na aboa mo na Yeraba omia na ogugu bank na de ehwen se enka Women's World Banking de ko betwiti omo differently because ye see wanya bibia ma wase a unjai mo ne kro no ye ka se wo ba na nka abeboa ma ewo sikasemu se wantimi amwo ma kakra omo wo no na ehu ni kwan se nka wo bese no ebi na Yeraba edi ayeye enti abeye ni da hosem ama ma e wo Ghana ha nyina se ye ma ye ni enko Yeraba Mahama ho 7th December aba ye betui no no ono wo enumonyam a ode ebetai emaichi eni adwempa ode beboa ma ama bibia aye kama
me that say that is Honorable Elizabeth Ufosu-Ajare, the Member of Parliament for the good people of Techiman North. Mami na woka Women's Bank a omugu no there were other banks on omuboa ma no so akosi say
yeah banking exercise
cleaning
exercise it affect banks Unibank, GN Bank, UT Bank no nyina
so am waboy mo ne pa kwesi ndio mo banks na mo boa ma mo ye mo didwa kokwan so ni nyina so aban na gu no so that is what justifies this bank. Yes. I get that now. Honorable answer me ba honorable me san so pese me ba so ha mwachire mi se bangwe e for ma e man ko a e ma na be ye mu adwuma
be ye bibia
e ma na be ye mu bibia security kro ba na be di. What is Obroni said the main objective say within the short to the medium term see a person a measure sa National Women's Development Bank is successor. What is the measure? What is the objective of John Mahama?
Sir,
in terms of nipa do a ye hwe se ye betumi akova wo with this bank.
Oh, ye betumi akova pa say emma no which I believe say one may participate because a woman ehia de and former president Mahama yama woman and we call listening to us woman a can ehia woman and a warrior na mum you betumi akova pa be 1 million.
1 million women.
Yes, you
the short to medium term goal for this policy is to support the businesses of at least 1 million. Wow.
Now, yeah, can also across board.
Okay.
Traders and my didja a kahon and my warm important nema a kahon. I feel workplace.
One mudija.
One craniama ba. And my fishmongers.
Okay.
And my demand dear baby. And even workplace ladies associations no woman nyina obi a wa no ye adwuma emietu anaka and so sabio bibia ba immediately so woye ne bia bosome nso ma yentu aneka wɔra ne to sa bank no prove sɛ wɔyɛ adwuma na no ho a sɛ be bank no ɛbotaa ne nti yanka nkyɛn sɛ kofie ne yɛ ma wo na ma no dɔɔso 51% of the entire population there dɔɔso a sɛ yɛn nyinaa de ho hyɛm na yɛhu ne sɛ adeɛ no yɛnti na yɛyɛ na sɛbi obi ehu yɛ mɔbɔ na wɔso wɔyɛ na yɛso yɛ de ho hyɛm yɛ embrace deɛ and 1 million.
And if you're talking about 1 million women, and that is 1 million households.
1 million households. No.
So the ripple effect.
Yes, because 1 million households, one more tentacles, one more ma, one more share, one more. Be a bank in one walk, Sabi Bosia, graduate and the fees be, and Adia Tatari and a drama the bar. And the bank also benefit from the bank. Obi okra you could not retirement. What if ye? Enti efia brabo nyina efia brabo nyina beda yere no so so when your bank be to augment the business awọ ya when your income obetumi
ono go me so ye ma me kasa about omo kokwan so kofa nyema omo di dwa obi se me ye oba me de makọ school awie metifie ana school requirement bi anko bi me be se me ye nsa no dwuma. What would this women's bank do for them?
Women's bank, you can say you can say everything women. Enti ema hairdressers because hairdresser bi o ha o san ton paboa e won shop no. Say women's bank ni baswa o gisika ni bi o de aton paboa e wo ho. Enti saa nipa no wanya sika afri etie yenum wasanya sika afri ni paboa mu. Me so na Liza fashions me ni ku ni e pamade. Saa de aye pam no se ukura sika na beto steel bebebe wo beto ahoma bebrebe wo beto steel bebebe any materials pia e ma production cost no come from mfa so dos se uye abayiwa opese osun adwuma into hia sika women's bank ni e wo ho ma e chese see everything women it is our bank de ba e ma ho ato pa
umfidi a wo de be ye wadwuma sanya mani nyina bank
it is going to provide decent jobs for women ebio sa bank yes e be fa ni pay hu say e ma bebrebe nya adwuma ye na oba Georgina wo de na ko Kivas we bi come na what na fie 7 years no ene obenya adwuma wo women's bank na ye e ba sa e bi anka car bank for be fa no bank na be fa no oba be man so benya ho akose enti it's going to create formal jobs also because bank e betete in Ghana ha nyina e ma benya adwuma ye apart from bosia na e benya afi ho aye adwuma no formal work na nkasa so e benya bia ye na uma mema no a create space ama e ma mema no so spaces anka ma no be kwa akohyehe enti sa bank die meka de say ade bia e ma nya no mema nya ho mfaso enti me fa de say e ma e benya saa nyomai na be create avenue ama mema so akohye ba bia anka ma be hye enti it's good for men it's good for women just say ma ye ni die.
Thank you very much. Makaisi so say besia bank yi de be ma nyina na be ye ehu si hu ne be ye nsi hu kakra bi aha na chemi mu te wansa na ye be kono chemi mu you can say collateral kofa dan krata bra ya ma no Ghana ma e ma me mu nya bi enti no what would this women's bank do
ne wo mo be ye ne yenim se nyame ye yadom na January you take over na we no we eye edaye so former president Mahama call round no waso na ebesi pono so pa no won so de waka no obeye obi ani say wonya wo meka na we ya daye so aba eya de a wabo ntrimpo so obeye de amamba enti sanyame ya adom na oba na sa bank yebua bosia ene ade de mamba no eno de very flexible ye say drew one what is proposal na ba na ye policy at least to me ama up to be at 10 million na what the ama ejina ade a what they kwaye e bi kra bet
me ama 10,000 100 million 100,000 50,000 abraye nye ejinamu
bia na interest so kakra bi because why hwe ye ne ya hyper interest na ebe wi ase ekra na adwuma wo de kwa went to me anye na ayaka na afa ye betwetwen na edwuma no so a wantumi anye sika a wantumi antua nti wopese eye flexible
mama me a oton kosua wo chira station waton kosua hwe mi school a sa cheme wo bosia na hunsin wa kese no ni nyina ebetwam
okọ bank ho de na wa ye oba no wo kire sampa meton kosua anampo afe na me be start aton no approve a ye be ma no.
Honorable, me bow for your final comments, but before your final comments, me person presentation no, which me bibi kakra. Bang ya ye kan wasem. We be better say, oh, President Mahama person create idea bia or mind bia nye bi. So educate us or slice no na me hwe bibi offer. So we ko wanim kakra educate yen. Ko wanim no, the other way. Good. Ko wanim em say ko biem kan ho. Good. Me question any. Ye women's bank ewo amama bi so te say the president Mahama ye na fa ye fam kakra bi ansa na ya wrap up
the era Mahama ye ebi wa amama bebre so se wo hwe ye nuanom Nigeria fo ya omo de ye ne oma jollof no ho komo no na ye die omo jollof omo wo women's bank ye ni bi nti Nigeria chire ha bi wo ho America enya sa women's bank 1975 me di afi ba akopɛ abesine yenye bi nti de yewura Mahama peso ye e ade a ye kasa international best practice e ade a e koso America for kra wo bi ye nua Nigeria ha obi nti maka Western world me catch women's industrial bank ne wa ha Nigeria he ya and na first women's bank ne so e wo United States of America
so em say o bi kra kan ho
bebre kwa se me kasa Finland will be women's banko and also ebi wo Colombia oba amalgamated bank and also United States wa enti bank ne Nigeria and also Nigeria wa eboa ma bosianbo e ma sikasem interest rate kakra bi on bibia fine enti the era Mahama ye no international best practice oba abrochimem oba ye ntem ha ya ba bia wo ho ye na yakamu a ye nyanya bia era Mahama adwumawura president ayehwe nanim ohwe se obeboa ma e wo Ghana na yesoso yenya bie
na producer obi hwe me obi o se ye kasa no dodo na ayetwi kasa wonte ase enti ye ma me Jane Professor Jane opoku agema tape no monya no ready ma me ewie pe ye bebo sa tape na ansa na the lest we forget no aba na honorable Elizabeth Ofosu Ajare Ghana fu nyina tie ye sho se nyema ni ada ho makansi hu a bangi e ma besen a omo beje mo se kitikiti bi collateral no so mo se bank ne be ma besia kese kra ye ngibi mo aka se eye manko an ne be ye mu adwuma e manko an ne be nya besia mo di nchiremu ni nyina aba obi hwe o ye oba e bia fe ne wa wie school ana o ye obabunu ana o ye ye ma me mo mani afi bi kan bibi kire no about kwan ye was offer so to aba in the upcoming 7 December 2024 elections.
Ghana ma monya aso na muntie bi media asem de free yera excellency John Dramani Mahama ho ebrem oye obia ye nyina ye be so na sene na 2025 wabe president amaye na de ntia me kasa ne se owure yi no de bank eba ama manko a e manko de be mu adwuma na de wo mu ne se eye bank bia wo pelo na obenya ni kakra bi sesi a onye kona bra enhwehwe mu ama ye hu se ema e ana ye collateral ho na so so ye nya sika na mse ye pay adwumanti ye betimi dia ye adwuma ahwe ye kununum ene ye ma e hu nsi hu kitwa bi enti afi 2024 sa wo ko no akoto aba Ghana ba atie me enhwe political party bia enye de wu tumu de be boa ma Ghana etumpon de be boa mo wetimi ahwe wo ma de be boa ma ye di aba any excellency John Dramani Mahama sani pay odwen ma ho hwe de oye ma wo se obi be hu ma ente se ma nko a watimi yi ni running mate oba Professor Nana Jane enti nadaro ma ye benya first oba vice president of Ghana for de be bio na president Mahama onye maye na ye hu se odoye de wa ye efe mumma ye nyina ye ayeye ebe yi ni nyina ne se ade 7 December obia be sanlai akoto na ba ma no na de ntia mema ebe boye chidom ato abane bia ma ne se e ma ye hoto ya e mema hoto mo kra e ma ye hoto ya ye madi enti 2024 7 December abato edie ukwa ehwehwe obia hwechini ye no ye wrani onyamfo Mahama oho tuba no na Ghana ye mfa into mapemfra medamas.
Wow, I was here Gume. I think we see as you pay you na insuasa. Give us your last word or baby to you. Dear message na woman.
Sammy me da say my last word ne say mpanimfoɔ sɛ obiara ne wɔ bɛkasa fo asɛmpa kɔ no ho a na asɛmpa so a ehwiam no etia saa na mpanimfoɔ aka me ateɛ ade a yɛyɛ de aboa mmaa nanso sɛ president Mahama ne NDC amma bank ye bi ni Ghana mmaa bank bi ni Ghana yi emma efisa wona ɛyɛ ne dai so na ɛyɛ ne tirimopɔ sɛ wɔbɛyɛ enti de ɛyɛ ka ne sɛ emma we should embrace this laudable idea because it ends up opening avenues for women. Ebema emma ye die akosoro. Wano President Mahama wanye selfish. He has been very generous and very, very accommodating for women. Inti maso so ne yebaya ma wetumi aba ama bank naba and they say drew wa nyame ya do my beto aba e de ama na wetumi aba abaya the policy wedi kaka say bibia ye emma ye die ho no se nyame ya yadom ne enweni a wode sa sectors ni nyina wode be sha Professor Nana Jane vice president no the office ama wo ye oba no wono wahwe emma na ese ye kindness me ka ho President Mahama Sabio sa wofa ono ne maame ni ho ne papa ni ho wofa wode ne nuanom na yire oba palode na Mahama enso ne nabusuafo ene obi oba Mahama Ghana ye about 33 million in population wamasefo nyina no kabomu a 1 million but ye 33 million no emaya 51% woman no eno wonti no de sada so yaba enti ye emma no ese ye kai because e ka ne Mahama ne yere na busuafo na Jane wo mo bedi a wo mo ye nru 200,000 enka won chini na wo kodo wo kope women's bank aba ebeboa emaye de nti ese ye ne ye de ye ne to ye de ye ne to no so ne ye bom paye ama no sa na da so no papa yi nyame beboa mo waba na wabeye efi sasa wa amba ema bank emba eno wo ba so a wo ba selflessly ema ma a bank wutumi nante adwo ahwe makoi mame me kwa bank na makodi me kwa mobi aba obi ba to ma me na first kanto wodu bank a na what stress sika no wo je akoye bibi ampa ye de be ma no emu gokra sane ma endi yawo ewe yemu na ye be hu ne se yeso ye ka ho
onyame hwam honorable nyame hwam enti enuano mo ma Ghana fo a mo hwe ye free chirichi ne benche Sempefa Women's Development Bank no eno bi na mati ye be koso achirchiremu ye ma me ni honorable mo beta aba me ya chirchiremu mo questions bia ye be ya no ye Mahama is the first politician in Ghana's history wada me nyame aso ne da ye pa amana kai ma wa fa oba as the running meter ye ne mwa Ghana so ye be nyo oba as the first vice president na ma so enye dibra esefata na nye se wo ye no nko akeke o san so the bank aba for ma umpewe na opede be eni te hwe wasetirem hwe de wadwen wo hwe de wakai wo na to abapa on the 7th of December 2024 busuafo enam se obi hwe me on titwi kasenti no ante for next time ababa be kabrofo no ababa be kabrofo but ye ma me akasa about this bank kan poto kasamiti producer boy no ma ye ba near the less we forget no bro ye mu wie so amomfa maami bi a ye fre no akufu ado maami ne ya odie ni nsem bi odi atodwa no momfa video no so so mame wa ne nti akufu ado maami kakra e do bi ase stick with me. This is NDC 360. We'll be back to continue with Lest We Forget.
Women entrepreneurs must have access to capital for the entire sector to boost their businesses. And that is why we will actively pursue the establishment of a Women's Development Bank. To primarily nurture and grow women-owned, women-led businesses. Women must become millionaires too, shouldn't we? We must become millionaires too through hard work, as our men do. We do not need hands out. We need hands up. Women of Ghana are capable of managing that bank 100%. The bank must take care of small-scale businesses or tiny-scale businesses to give them credit. And I'm talking about those who are hawking or people whose businesses do not depend on huge capital. I envisage this board made up of trading associations and cooperatives, and all these fully represented and making serious decisions and being accountable to its members. And I into me. Hello, Wanye. And the world knows what we do with our resources when women prosper. We hardly leave our children behind. We hardly leave the wider families, including the men, behind. There is better stability at home. There's better peace at home. Most will demand less chop money, so the girls should clap for us. And you know that all these add up to make a nation at peace with itself. Surely this is what Kwejiru Aggrey must have observed when he made his famous statement about the far-reaching effects of the education of women. Thank you very, very much. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if anyone has any doubt, just remember a lady called Esther Oklu. What brilliance, what innovation, what display of entrepreneurship. She showed the way. Let's revive that dream and hope and actions of our hero and heroine entrepreneurs as models.
So me dia masewa me wodo me market ya me pa cho me pese me ka je Nana Akufo-Addo say yen ma na ye kofa oye wotogu no first no na mahama wo so no na o ma ye duty ne de anwane ba 12 cedis ne se ono no sa anwa gallon yenya duty 2 million se kura do so o me ntworo nyanto pase anwa gallon no mo fa no ho ahe mo de babeton wa ha ahe ena mo tua ho duty 200 Ghana cedis me wa receipt bebre wo ha 12 cedis metimi ayi aba by se o si 2 million me am to me kan anwa ya seize wo aflawa border ya seize man wa 500 me wo ho papers 500 and brabacho oh ada what said na hey 500 yen 100 pieces saying gallon no baako 500 Oma fawo ba o si anwa no me amfa me pese me bisa nanado ne ba o mi ase anwa na o mu sizi ye no o mu so o mu me amfa no o ma hye nana so o ma ye ne dan me pese ni hu anwa no me ko ya ne ani ho enti no mu ye ne dan na me makoji low na maji manwa baako 500 u bisa obi a wa ha ye fra me nanado maame by a feed yes, beto abadia. Mimi kwa kromoti na me de tomano na wasizi manwano. Se kwa kromoti no. Ebe chire de meto amano. Why? Obiani me de nanado ma me asama mi kan mi wo me papers mi bibia o. Me a strong one people who be sa obiani me. Enti mi bisa mi bisa nanado ne ba o mi asama manwano o masizi no. Why? O ma hyenana se o ma hwiahwie agu. 500 pieces. Baako 500 hanum. Ai, me to baako 4 million ho. Wo se anya duty 200 cedis. Dabio duty no o ye ne baako bia so ana. Ai, baako bia. Anwa no koton 400. O ye hu duty 200. E o baako bia ho. O ye wasan dia faka dia ba. Si mi pese mi bisa ne se manwa no. O misa custom for say ada so mbeye duty ne makoje manwa. Se manwa 500 de me mfa nche wo. Okọ ho a wo mo agi anwa ne si ho no.
Oko hakobu sasa anwa no we no omo kan sen na kire o.
Me kwa no omo si anwa no omo season.
Ba wan fo wani anhu ba bia anwa no gu.
Bi anhu ba ko a oba next day me san kwa ye no na to create a load anwa no.
Dabi nya to boase. Wo mu sizi anwa no e ka tro so ma sizi. Ade chin ya wo ko ye no.
Afla ho bie mu no. Na to create a kasia besi ho a e load anwa no.
Entebusiafo na nado maame na mote ne nka no before that mote Ghana NDC ya maame a obo ya papa John Dramani Mahama Chidom Professor Nana Jelu Opoku Ajeman enka on the Women's Development Bank. De na nado maame kan na emede o se mi kokrubuti mi hwe masetina mi hwe madwuma aben ya ba begu no na me de ato aba. Ifi sasa asem we nyina ebetimi afamu aba. Emre na ne yekase ye wo meto party bi munti ehwa na meto ma ba akono na ado ma me se etwem en me ne ya adwen me mi se wo so ne ya adwen obi ahwe na setinam no nto abapa ya no mi bai Women's Bank ye mie oba kakra wo bre titi ni mo remu eye adwuma so a na adwuma ye gu no odwen ho a wonti ase eno nti producer but one time na ma me hwe wasetinam na to abapa e see ya you will see me by the touch screen bringing you lest we forget the anthem Shewasitinum Natua Bapa. Omaya de share efa ya dru su ni efa twato the lest we forget segment ene de ne ye kaka ye ho na ye remfi ye kaka ye ho afa ye wura John Dramani Mahama tikese da so da ye pa ne hyehyɛ ye ni nnwuma pa emra ye ma na kwanya se oni omai su as ye mampinyi or ye de maye. We are not just talking about amamu a enko ye ene katahyehyɛ ne proya ekoso. She said, yeah, under moment of truth. Ma one kasa wu chrono fita but we mean na busu for the boy. We are also not just talking about inshisheya ye woma or manfo. We are telling you say you can trust John Mahama because he has a proven track record. Why ye be da and inti betumi agenedi. And I heard ye share aeroplanes and airport once Brunisi aviation sector. And then Ewura Mahama ebetena konwa so ye abusua Yera Mahama betena konwa so penu hu se Ghana betimi atumpo ama Ghana fa no ntoma pa fra e wo se Ghana ye airport se wo ha no ye nya bi ka ho na de wo ho dada no so ye siesie no ma ne be ye kra behwe na eno na nche ne Yera Mahama e ye nhyehyeye se obema Ghana ay aviation hub in the whole of West Africa just a bibrema toye ha Ghana be yo man a eba airport so a ye be wo na kese pa edimu a obi etukwa nkwa abrucho be fa Ghana eno na di mpuntu ye yo eni adwuma ba oman bia mu de na esi na ni so no na de oyeye no omanpanyi bia ni wa bedi Ghana so a waye bi da yes mi wi a be hu de nti amekasa enti what did President Mahama do de di kan oye project aye friend Terminal 3 ay wo Kotoka International Airport for far a processing over 5 million passengers afibia or the $250 million na ye Ghana Airport Company and also one asene sika was a Ghana Airport Company de ma aban and wo jaima omo se omumfa na omunya hode omunya sika omitumi dia yesa ade we nti aban ka prenim John Mahama tikese edaso da yepa. That visionary leader ensured that Ghana Airport Company and aban yuguno no na abreso etimi si Terminal 3 $250 million project, and this airport is by far the best airport in the whole of West Africa. Asho mine ni munyam ama nipa bebre adwuma pem na di sika kese ebre omeye. Into we hear evidence na any March 2nd 2016 Mahama Turkish leader cut sword for Terminal 3 project. This is when President Mahama dia so bo form say you see Terminal 3 ene ama Ghana dimpa ama adwuma abuso ema oman Ghana sika na ama Ghana so yenso ye din ahyeta ama no nyina awusiafo anya no nko a President Mahama ye terminal 3 wie no e no se terminal 2 first na ho na ye international airport a ye fa wokọ abuchiri no se ho e na ye befa for local or domestic flights okota krade okukumase okota male okwa okohu obefa hin terminal 2 nti terminal 2 no so yewra Mahama de sika ko shemu e peja no ma ne be ye krabehwe and no do terminal 2 ametimi aka kire say amama ya kese e wo abibremu ha bebre wo ho a their international airport cannot and does not match up to terminal 2 la a domestic airport because of rehabilitation adwomama ye emfonyi ni bi e na wuhu no bibia wo ha baggage claim a wo ye any all the checkpoints are Yewra Mahama ye terminal 2 enya no nko Tamale airport Yewra Mahama and I'm so what cement you say ye nua no mu nkramufu adodo na wo srema mentifi say afibia omukọ Mecca for Hajj one of the pillars of Islam omo bre I just omo bankan no mo damonten no mo bre ne de keka ho Yewra Mahama dadwe hudi no say no yensiesie Tamale airport na meye international airport na plane entering to free Tamale enko Mecca straight into a Tamale airport phase 1 project ehun adanse no ewa ha $100 million sika kese pa no de ye fuge nua no mo a omo northern region we story we are graphic online aban newspaper omu nitro Tamale airport comes alive with inauguration of first phase of expansion project August 20th 2016 this is the time President Mahama koma ye bie airport na plane too free was adano from Tamale to Mecca. That is the visionary leader we are selling to you. This is the visionary leader we are calling on you to vote for. Now, this is the whole airport. Medical Kahwansem. Yewra Mahama who said, say ya hu betimi atoya. O men yi betimi atumpo regions ni bibiri wo a okọ kwa ne wa. Ufrin kran ekọ voter region. Ukọ hu the capital of voter region. Otimi di 3 to 4 hours wo kwan so because of traffic. Emu accidents. Obi koye adwuma na traffic a delay no. Ukoyi fa ho na wanya hwe ya na wawukwa. Papa say we see airport ama yenu no me voter region or the $25 million picture na any kona ko hwe airport a President Mahama esi ya hu bedwire but adwenboni nti uraba wo mi ani akufu ado say voter region for to abama NDC omo nto man PP nti no airport way for 7.5 years aban na jesi wa ye nyusu na eso manfa so bia. We can run this airport for the Omayeno to get revenue, money. Yedi ayo men yiye. Ama nipa ho atomo. But voter region for nto aba. Ema kufu adu ntino. Airport ni si won say so yedi Ghana sika na aye. President Mahama wa anya sa. Ene ko hwede wa hwe no. MPP for stronghold. Ewu Kumase, Ashanti region. KGTia, Dwakese. Siwa hospital, Konongo, Fomena, projects akese, Dwakese a wode ko. Even though they don't vote for him, Aden and Aban with the Abroni BEC and Echichiromai. How can Ghana develop under these nation records? Now, this is the story. You can check Ghana Business News when President Mahama commissioned who airporter, BBR, all the facts, everything is here. Now, in Hana, me focus war, Kumase International Airports. Because now what you tell me, mu say o mampenye Kufuado ko hose or kwa ko commission phase 2 of the project. MPP fu atwa gontompo bebre on social media. Say oh airport no mo na aye nti o ma ya de. Me ka ne ha na masisudua se ni na aye nkontompo. Ubia ka kire say President Kufuado ne ba wo mi na aye airport Kumase a si o mu hu na me tu mire na ma kire osie. Kumase airport project 2014 and Yewra Mahama a phase 1 of the project. Dear no ye or three round way nimu adding Kenya special your friend aeronautical lighting systems as a share from a new landing systems Kumasi airport send a plane bet near 12 few Kumasi anajo na plane tinye si Kumasi anajo until this na plane timi Kumasi anajo untie me Yewra Mahama that visionary leader and I'm so through phase 1 of the project 2014 ufiti ase ewie ye and ma plane etimi 2 free Kumasi anajo eba ho anajo na Obi beka say, where is the evidence? When President Mahama was commissioning phase 1 of the project, in a picture no, and these are Brazilians who run a company called Contractor. Now, Osha Manjo online story dated 16 December 2014. I don't see any here. Or say Mahama Asante Hene commissioned refurbished Kumasi airports. And everything is here. I will later play a video to you. Now we come to phase 2. The phase 1, no, the President Mahama, the aeronautical lines, the landing systems, the team plane, it to free Kumasi anadio, there's also see one anadio. Every international airport must have that. But we no say, it was say, terminal na, I want to wutu kwanya wobe fano. Yes, also pejem, ne nye ni munyam, ne timi ebe proper international airport. And on the 24th of October 2016, you can only get this on NDC 360. 24th October 2016, where a executive approval, President John Mahama, a give you to phase 2 of Kumasi Airport. Executive approval for the development of the Kumasi International Airport. Okaya, or say His Excellency the President has granted you executive approval for the following: a buyer credit facility. Besia yede kwa project no, where 65 million euros ebida so, ba kwa 7.7 million euros ebida so. And the commercial contracts, tax exemptions for that airport now, and President Mahama gave the executive approval. We are in a cabinet in paying for ministers on your mubu or minor. So they ratified it on the 10th of November 2016. I tell you again, you can only get this on NDC 360, where we serve you the truth and nothing but the truth. And the cabinet at a special meeting held on Thursday, 10th November 2016, considered the above mentioned memorandum jointly submitted by the Deputy Minister for Finance and Minister for Transport. And the cabinet endorsed the executive approval earlier granted for the ratification by Parliament. President Mahama Nejitum Eshesheye, the cabinet Ejitum, 10th November 2016. Now, on 31st October 2016, and a Parliament, when John Mahama was president, October 2016, Parliament approved loan, say 7.7 million euros. And what dance here way, 31st October 2016. Letter every Parliament, or the assigned letter, no, clerk to Parliament, Emmanuel Animadu, the new assembly. Was a Parliament at its 14th sitting of the 3rd meeting held on Monday, 31st October 2016, approved by resolution the tied commercial loan agreement at Kumasi Airport. All the things Parliament approved on 31st October 2016 are listed in this letter. ABM agreement contractor are buying any Brazil for no one and AC Gakesia. KJT Kumasi President Mahama ne for mobile on my Ghana and also the airport in Ma woman. Omo contracts so Parliament approved on 3rd November 2016. And also Bibeka says Sammy if we dance here way, but dance here net 3rd November 2016. This is a letter from Parliament Service. It is addressed to the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Finance. When the sign letter no Emmanuel Nimadu, clerk of Parliament, clerk to Parliament, or say Parliament at the 17th sitting of the 3rd meeting held on Thursday, 3rd November 2016, approved by resolution the commercial contract agreement between the government of the Republic of Ghana and contractor. Enti nokre trodo Kumasi Airport, both phase 1. Itima plane ko Kumasi anajo, etufi anajo, President Mahama na show evidence. Phase 2. Ye terminal kese na yesia ewunfonyi media chiro no, President Mahama na jipe musika on ye bibia. Empo or the asobo form and Sana Woko, President Mahama cast tape for 2nd phase of Kumasi Airport. 6 December 2016, or the day before, which is 5th December. Graphic online, you can check. Now, President Mahama cut a sword, no, or can send me 2 minutes per. Mame Monchra, who be who, or Kumasi Airport history, what offer. Phase 1 of the project, or and phase 2. And to produce a video, Yaba Penny, they are no AC.
On 15th December 2015, I was here together with Otufo to commission the improvements we had made to the Kumasi Airport. We had resurfaced the runway, we had put in new runway lights, and we had also installed navigational aids to guide aircrafts into the airport at day or night. That improvement we did to Kumasi Airport has improved its pleasantness in respect of passenger use, because now passengers can fly in and out of Kumasi both at day and at night. Today there's a night flight that has become very favorite to a lot of passengers because they're able to fly to Accra in the morning or fly from Accra to Kumasi in the morning, transact their business or attend social functions, and then they catch the last flight back to Accra or back to Kumasi. And so today we are here again for another shortcutting, the phase 2 of the expansion of the Kumasi International Airport. Now this phase 2 will involve the construction of a new terminal building. Kumasi Airport keeps expanding in terms of traffic numbers, and so the current terminal building has outlived its usefulness. And so a new terminal building is going to be constructed. And if you look up at that sign post up there, you will see what that new terminal building is going to look like. The new terminal building would provide improved facilities for passengers traveling in and out of Kumasi. It will have a business lounge that will provide comfort to business passengers. It will also have a VIP lounge. It will have retail shops and many other facilities that modern airports have.
This is a program, of course, on the 5th of December 2016. This is the man of vision at MPP for Senokwa. Ono Bobosia on Fentrenum. Or Bobosia now on Chairman in no. Or the Yimpuntu Numa, a Wawa will be a hubi. Into your ne, Utimi Bankai, now sounds so cool, Kumasi Abra Ufufu and say, Ekoyawa de Pebia, Kaiser John Mahamanaye, Tamale, who all these airports, there is no precedent when it comes to aviation, say airports are, why yet the President Mahama Ayenibid. And that is why we must give him another opportunity to govern this country. Maybe I'm going to read your message very quickly. Daniel Ishon say, JDM, come and rescue Ghana. The economy of Ghana is unbearable. JDM, hope of Ghana, come and save us. Oh, Krum Ayeshe. Then Anna Belson, say, we are resolute to mobilize our collective efforts to see His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sworn into office come 7 January 2025. Mumami next, Mumami Binkao. Renis Brimer, most multinational companies in Ghana today are relocating to other countries, and yet they tell us the economy is bouncing back. God save Ghana. MPP for no muti almost send messages NDC should turn that devilish expensive hole created by the Ufuina. There be way they are no meant to be in kind. Sure say or can't cathedral no one. And I have a surprise for you on the 3rd edition. Let's go to the next one. So will NDC prosecute these individuals? The answer is yes. Professor Nana Jeno Pukwajima. It is not a threat. It's a solemn promise we are making to the people of this country. Now they are Ghana for you, but we are own to mean prosecute a Kufuado. Or who made our prosecute driver that. So if you want accountability and prosecution, vote for change. System not what Banamajo Mahama. This MPP government closed down most Ghanaian indigenous banks, rendering a lot of Ghanaian unemployed. That is true. Randolph say, instead of to explain your policies to the good people of Ghana, you are here making the usual non-fa. Randolph, you know what Women's Development Bank wants, and you can go back and watch it. But we liar will finish Ghana if he gets the mandate. We must stop him. The visionary leader, Nene Gaddafi, the Mekani Charity Lobby, Nene Gaddafi so say, the visionary leader, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will surely rescue Ghanaians from these economic hardships. Lawal Damba Senior, as His Excellency JDM, is a generational and progressive thinker. That is a fact. Every developing country needs somebody like JM. JDM, Ghana yearns for more of you. On that note, follow NDC 360 pages. YouTube, Facebook, and X. Any announcements you want to me you be repeating Adum TV Friday if you 8 to 10. Kesbin TD 8 to 10. kwasieda TV XYZ Edgewater 9 to 11. Loud Silence TV Yenua Kevin Taylor obe repeat dwumadie memenda ene kwasieda at the time ni nyina bebremo. Wezo TV be the same thing kwasieda 4 p.m. Angel TV will repeat this program. The whole Ghana will have a lot of stations repeating this. And if you follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and you can even watch the SF. So, my name is Sammy Gyamfi. Me Musonfo Achiami Hirema NDC Amanyoko. I made this second edition of NDC 360 Ebreo. Meaning say you've learned something, and this may inform the choice you will make come 7 December 2024. Now what you say, Shiami Beam for the third edition of NDC 360. Onyamisha Ubia.